They always said
I might name my first.
She doesn't drop hints lightly, and he doesn't talk about legacy without purpose. Over the past few months, through subtle gestures, playful podcast moments, and the occasional family nudge, the clues have begun to stack up. What started as flirtation now feels more like a quiet blueprint for something bigger. Because when two public figures at this level start weaving their futures together, the whispers stop being rumors and start sounding like plans. Let's walk through every breadcrumb, every look, every casual remark, every hidden signal that suggests Taylor and Travis may already be laying the groundwork for something lasting, maybe even a family. First, there's the way he talks. On New Heights, Travis has made comments that fans can't stop replaying. He's joked about baby names, offhand maybe, but not careless. In one episode, he even teased that he might name his first child Conan, after Conan the Barbarian. It was half serious, half joke. But that's how these things begin, with a throwaway comment that plants itself in the public's imagination.
they always said
I might name my first.
In another episode, during a discussion about lab-grown diamonds, Travis couldn't resist slipping in a line that sent the internet spiraling. "Can't wait till I make one," he joked, blurring the line between crafting a diamond and, well, creating something far more personal. It was a double entendre so deliberate it didn't need explaining. His brother Jason jumped in almost immediately, laughing it off and warning him not to give the internet any more conspiracy fuel. But by then, the damage was done. The clip had already started circulating, dissected frame by fans who swear the joke wasn't really a joke at all.
Lab-grown diamonds. That's lab-grown NBA player.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's not far off, let's be honest.
Can't wait till I make one.
Don't do this. Do not give any of these other conspiracy theorists anything else that...
That quick defensive interruption only made the whispers louder. Classic planting with plausible deniability. And then came the family nudges, the kind that feel casual on the surface but calculated underneath. His mother, Donna Kelce, already a doting grandmother, quietly joined the speculation. When fans commented that Travis would make a wonderful father, she didn't say a word, just dropped a single heart emoji. Subtle but loaded. Not a confirmation, just a spotlight. Even New Heights guest Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson couldn't resist fanning the flames, laughing that he was putting that voodoo on you and Taylor right now to have babies. What started as jokes now feels like intention wrapped in humor, Hollywood's favorite disguise for the truth.
We're going to voodoo onto you and Taylor right now.
Jason Kelce added his own layer to the mix, speaking with the authority of experience. "The moment the first one pops out," he said, "everything changes." It was a brotherly comment, sure, but also a glimpse into the kind of future he clearly sees for Travis. And as those words echoed through the fandom, the narrative began to shift. What started as teasing banter now feels like foreshadowing. Because in celebrity worlds, public expectation rarely forms on accident, and it often mirrors a plan already in motion.
First one pops out, it's like, okay, my entire, hierarchy of priorities is completely shifted.
Just like that.
In an instant. Seriously, it's crazy. You'll see.
And then there's Taylor. Her lyrics, her gestures, her stage moments, these are her language, her coded diary. Nothing she shares is ever random. Insiders whisper that she and Travis have already talked about cute babies, even joking about twins, a boy and a girl right out of the gate. Maybe that's tabloid embroidery, but it fits the pattern. So much of Taylor's art revolves around legacy, lineage, the dream of continuity. Now, sources say that after the engagement, they don't plan to wait long. Even as their public brands soar higher, private plans are being charted. Watch them together. How their bodies angle inward, how microphones meant to keep distance somehow overlap. That's not staging. That's instinct.
I'm the luckiest man in the world.
Right now, we're very deep in a sourdough obsession that has taken over my life.
I am aware.
Yeah.
Body language speaks when words don't. Expert Patty Wood notes that overlapping during joint interviews signals unity. Two people choosing to appear as one. On New Heights, Travis wrapped Taylor from behind, kissed the crown of her head, a gesture both protective and grounding. That's not performative. It's connective tissue, the kind that reveals deep, long-term attachment. Off stage, he often positions himself slightly behind her, the stance of someone guarding, not overshadowing. In one viral photo from a stadium event, Taylor clung to him. Her body said what captions couldn't. She trusts him to hold her up. Observers like Judy James noticed the same thing in New York, his hand fully encasing hers, an instinctive gesture of possession and protection. He's not just walking with her. He's walking towards something with intention. And when asked about proposals or children, his responses tread that perfect line between tease and deflection. Body language expert Tracy Brown called it planned avoidance, the kind of silence that feeds a story without confirming it. Insiders say that silence masks planning. Since the engagement, both are reportedly in sync, emotionally stable, professionally steady, ready to discuss timelines. They won't wait too long, one source told Elle. Even their peers are in on the prophecy. Julian Edelman jokes about their future kid dominating the field. Rob Gronkowski imagines halftime shows and touchdowns in the same breath. And then there's Travis's tell, his reaction to baby rumors. He doesn't dismiss them. He laughs, pivots, but never shuts them down. It's not denial. It's allowance. Space for possibility. If someone were to craft a video montage of this unfolding chapter, it would begin with the podcast clips. The half-jokes about making one, the laughter that slips into tenderness. Then it would cut to overlapping shoulders, protective postures, the subtle mirror of body language. Experts weighing in, family members liking baby comments, friends planting future seeds, and it would end with a whisper of what comes next. Nurseries, lullabies, legacy. For fans, especially Swifties, this isn't gossip. It's prophecy. Because when two people begin building life, not just as lovers but as future parents, their gestures don't hide. They hum beneath the noise in every half-joke, every dodge, every protective hand, and together those clues form a language that says what neither has yet spoken aloud. The next generation might already be taking shape.
My babies, just like, you, Jason, and like one day you'll know, Trav, babies are everything. That's it.
He paused, smiled, and added, "We're putting that voodoo on you and Taylor right now." Jason, never one to miss an opening, backed it instantly. The moment the first one pops out, your entire hierarchy of priorities shifts. It wasn't idle banter. It was intention disguised as humor. A public manifestation. In that moment with The Rock, the conversation transformed from playful teasing into prophecy, a kind of communal nudge from people close enough to speak the unspoken. What makes it striking isn't the joke itself. It's the comfort. No one flinched. No hesitation, no backpedaling. When those within your inner circle start voicing your future with confidence, it usually means they've already discussed it privately. That's not gossip. It's groundwork. Jason's involvement makes it even louder. He isn't an outsider speculating from the sidelines. He's family. His words carry weight, permission, and an unspoken endorsement. If he's willing to frame fatherhood as the next chapter, it likely mirrors real conversations at home. In another New Heights episode, when the topic turned to who their mother favors, Travis tried to steer away from comparisons. "Listen," he said, "right now Mom's got Jason at number 1 because he has kids." Even that admission carried subtext, acknowledgement of what's missing, an unspoken desire to even the score, a hint that his own chapter of fatherhood is waiting its turn.
Always had Travis number 1. I do know.
Listen, and right now, Mom has Jason number 1 because he has kids.
That is true. She has said that. She has made that comment. She's put some...
Jason didn't deny it. "That's true," he admitted. "She said that. She's made that comment." In doing so, he confirmed what had only been rumor. The pressure wasn't imagined, it was real, and it came from their mother. Donna Kelce's gentle but persistent push for grandchildren has crossed from family teasing into cultural conversation. Jason's framing of it adds urgency, suggesting her nudges aren't playful anymore. They're pointed. The Kelce matriarch has never hidden her hierarchy. Asked on New Heights if Travis was still her favorite, she laughed and said, "Not yet," implying the scoreboard might change once he delivered the next generation. It's maternal humor, yes, but it's also a strategy. Mothers often use levity to apply real pressure, to remind their children that legacy isn't a casual hope, it's an expectation. Jason's decision to voice that publicly gives the subtext legitimacy. He's not just exposing family banter, he's signaling that the timeline is quietly ticking. Travis hasn't fought it either. When Deion Sanders pressed him, "What are you waiting on, Dad?" He didn't recoil or redirect. He laughed, dodged, let the question hang in the air. That restraint speaks volumes. If there were no truth beneath it, he'd shut it down. Instead, he leaves the door open, and that door has been creaking for a while. Years back on New Heights, Travis joked that he needed to start breeding so his mom would love him again. The line was half in jest, half in confession, the voice of a son who knows what his mother wants most. Back then, Donna cautioned patience. Wait until you find the right person. Now that person has a name. And her presence, Taylor Swift, has turned Donna's gentle hints into visible anticipation. At this point, the family dynamic feels orchestrated. Jason is the voice within the home, Donna the conductor of legacy, the rock the amplifier echoing it to millions. And Travis? He's no longer dodging the melody. He's letting it play. Taylor, positioned at the heart of this chorus, has become more than a muse. She's the anchor of a generational story in motion. When friends, family, and icons start manifesting your future on air, those aren't whispers anymore. They're preludes.